Sage Wanderer coming at you from my van down by the river. So, the nice, gentle, loving Sage Wanderer is gone. The communists killed him. What's left is this mean, old, grumpy old man who will snap your arm off and beat you to death with it. Yeah, I am Danny Trejo from Badasses. Badass. I am. I'm a badass. I'm that badass old man that will beat you up because you messed with him. And my mercy and kindness is evaporating, especially when it comes to these communists that are trying to take our country over. I want to be perfectly clear. I believe in a free press. I believe CNN has the right to scream from the mountaintops all the lies they want. They can lie about me. They can lie about you. They can lie about God. They can lie about our country. I believe they cannot silence us, though. That they should not be allowed to silence us. You can't say that, you can't be CNN and say, I have the right to free speech, but you're fake news and you don't. I mean, come on. Freedom of the press means freedom of speech for everyone and the right to write it down and distribute it. And that's what freedom of the press means. Let's get this straight. The press is not some conglomerate corporate media company. The press is not even a group of media companies. The word press literally means printing press. It literally means copying and distributing your free speech. And everyone has a right to copy and distribute free speech. That's what free press is. Free press doesn't give you extra rights to be invited into the White House. Free press doesn't give you the right that you doesn't make it just because you're the press. Now you're right. Your opinion's right because I'm CNN. Gosh dang it. I'm the smartest one in the block. My opinion matters more than yours does because I work for a company. That's not what freedom of the press means. It means we all have the right to it. So YouTube and Facebook, you are by proxy violating our First Amendment rights by not giving us access to the press, the printing press, the machine that duplicates and distributes our opinions. So CNN has an open printing press. They have a domination and monopoly of the printing press. And they're not allowing the common man to express themselves. That's what a free press means. Free without limitations. And CNN is limiting. And so is all of these. There has been this limiting, this conglomeration of power and limiting of the little person from being able to be involved at all. You used to be able to buy your way in. Alex Jones bought his way in and got access to the printing press. But now they've denied that to him based on his politics. And that's a violation of the First Amendment. And they're like, oh, it's a private company. We can violate your rights if we want to. No, you can't. You can't either. You can't tell Rosa Parks she has to sit at the back of the bus. You can't tell black people they have to come in through the back door. You can't tell gay people they can't come in your restaurant. So why is it now that you can't come in a restaurant with a MAGA hat on? Why is it now that I can get kicked off of YouTube and Facebook and Spotify because you don't like my political point of view? That's discrimination of the highest level, and it's absolutely un-American. Now, when can speech be limited? When can free speech be limited and not free? Well, I can't yell fire in a crowded theater. It puts people's lives at risk. I can't put people's lives at risk. So I can't offer fake information that would cause a fake panic and make people get hurt. Okay, so that's some things that's going on with the fake news. They're creating a fake Trump narrative, and they're spreading fake news about Trump. And they're creating a hysteria like yelling fire in a theater. And people have been killed because of it. CNN should be liable for the lies they say about our president. You have freedom of speech, but you can't slander somebody. You can't yell fire in a theater. You can't threaten somebody's life directly. And you can't incite violence and riots against other people. You can't build up a crowd into a mob and go after somebody. That kind of speech is inflammatory speech. All speech is allowed except for inflammatory speech. Now, there's another kind of speech that isn't talked about much. It's the only political speech which is suppressible by the United States Constitution and the law enforcement. The government in times past has suppressed communist speech. Why would they suppress communist speech? Because communism is the only form of government that is absolutely the opposite of constitutional freedom. If you are a communist and you want communist ideologies in our country, then you want and are promoting and putting forth a doctrine which at its core violates the Constitution. That you want censorship. You want controlled and not a free press. You want to tell people they cannot speak. You want to tell people they cannot bear arms. You do not believe in the Fourth Amendment right to privacy. You believe in the big brother spying and the thought police. All of those things are systematically and diametrically opposed to the United States Constitution, so speech promoting them is treason. Speech promoting communism is treason. It's the only kind of political speech that is not allowed is treason. Treason's not allowed. You're not allowed to say, let's tear the whole country down and start over and make a new government. No, they got the right to come in, take you, and put you in jail. That's just it. Because we have a Constitution. Within the Constitution, there are methods for amending the Constitution and changing it. It's a living document. But if your idea is 4 or 5 of our first 10 amendments are completely bogus to you, then you're opposed to the United States as a country, as an ideology, and as a entity. And you are an enemy of the American people. You are an enemy of the United States Constitution, and I've taken a sworn oath to defeat you by all means and any means necessary. That I can pull out all the stops to stop you from trying to destroy my country. This is treason. Communism is treason. CNN is committing treason. Brennan is a treasonous James Clapper and John Brennan. Brennan is voted for a communist. Brennan is a card-carrying Islamic terrorist. How he got in our government, it just tells you how corrupt our government is that somebody like that would even be allowed to participate in it. So, I'm for freedom of speech, except when it comes to threats, calls for violence, calls for mob rule, and treason. Treason. John Brennan, James Clapper, you're treasonous. CNN, you're treasonous. You are an enemy of the American people because you're a treasonous cabal that is trying to overthrow our government with a communist takeover. And you want to silence me. You want to silence me. So I want to silence you for trying to silence me. You understand? That's the only people I want to see silenced. Those who are saying I can't speak. Then I want you silenced. I want you jailed. I want you gagged. Honestly, I think they should be executed for treason. God save our republic.